In Africa, the practice of religion is a very dominant practice, and the idea of a deity who superintends and oversees the affairs of man is a common belief. For that reason, an average African believes that his or her actions, his prayers and rituals are his only ways of convincing and appeasing this divine deity. So to an average African, a smartly worded prayers and a dutiful, diligent observation of religious rituals, together with a stipulated obedience to sacrifices that has been instructed, sacrifices to a deity or to a god of his belief, is the only way that will guarantee him an access to divine favor and the goodwill and blessings of God. So we shouldn't wonder why our sister Judy Austin will today post on her Instagram that prayer still works and God is still able, indicating that the level she is today, the way she has been able to conquer and capture another woman's husband, Yul Edochie, is maybe, well, this is my own extrapolation, my own deduction, is maybe a divine result from her prayers and an evidence that her God is able. It is not my intention to make this post about religion and religious belief in Africa, but it is very important that we understand the psychological makeup that justifies and pacifies the conscience of some lawbreakers as they go around causing havoc in the society. For instance, we've seen one or two videos of a bunch of armed robbers who have gathered together to pray for God's protection even as they go out for their evil missions. As Judy Austin is there, showcasing to us that her prayer has worked and that her God has proven himself. What of May Edochie's prayer? How many gods are out there to jurisprudence and then disperse justice to whom it is due? No matter what anybody may say, no matter what any preacher, any leader or laity may say as his own opinion about God and the ultimate reality, we should understand that the human mind is desperately wicked and devious. It can concoct anything to justify his or her actions and pacify his or her conscience. So guys, as you may be there thinking that those that have done you wrong may be receiving sleepless nights because their conscience is blaming them, they, just like psychopaths, may be there enjoying your anger, your anguish and your sorrow, because to them their God have answered their prayers. Now that Judy Austin has publicly come to testify that her God is able and he has answered her prayer, does it mean the God of May Edochie did not or does not answer her prayers? Because no woman will pray that another woman should come and take over her husband and destroy the peace of her family, of her home. Guys, as Judy Austin is in one place rejoicing over the victory of capturing another woman's husband, is the God that have pacified her conscience comfortable with the fact that another woman is in anguish, in pain, in tears because of her misdeeds? This is why, guys, as we relate with people, it is very, very important that we understand and separate good conscience from religious conscience. Most evil in our society today wear the clothing of religious belief or philosophy. You see in our country today how politicians are trying and succeeding in creating division and havoc using religion and tribalism. But today, guys, we are not talking about politics. We are talking about the pain of one woman being find the reason another woman is happy and thanking God. It is not in the place of anybody, including me that is speaking, to judge or put words into God's mouth. He alone knows the end from the beginning, and He alone knows the deeper reason why things happen the way they do. But no matter with what lens one may look at it, no matter with what religious lens, philosophical lens one may wish to look at it, it is still wrong in human level. It is still wrong in any standard of fairness. It is still wrong in any order of justice for one person to come and destroy another person's peace and happiness and still rejoice that God has done it for him or her. Please guys, what did God do for you? Is it to destroy another person's peace, another person's home, another person's happiness? That may seem like a blessing to you, but on a long run, it is a curse you are heaping upon yourself. So I don't really care how some people may twist it to find a way to justify somebody after destroying another person's home, coming back to thank God for what he has done. I don't and will never find it funny. For the golden rule of life, which is even written in the holy book of the Bible, say that do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So, as Judy Edochie is thanking God for what he has helped her achieve in another woman's home, will she also be thanking God that if another person do the same to her, she will be happy? Yes, Yul Edochie is growing in grace, she's growing in power, she's expanding her territory, and God is lifting her from one level to the other. It still does not mean that what happened to her was good. Some people may argue that if Judy Edochie did not steal from May, did not take her husband, that these good things will not be happening to May, that she wouldn't have been getting all these awards, all these attentions, and all that God has been using people to shower on her. But that is not a fair assessment of life. Those people supporting this argument should also comfortably allow evil things happen to them while they try to sieve out good from this evil. Yul Edochie did not have a choice. She was not given a choice in the matter. She was not given a choice when Judy Edochie that was thanking God was seducing her husband. She was not given a choice when her husband got this lady pregnant. She was manipulated. She was deceived. She was stolen from. That is the cardinal truth. That is an indisputable fact that should not be discarded. So, no matter how somebody may come presenting a holier than thou attitude with a wonderful prayers, that does not remove the stain of an evil act. Just as a murderer coming to donate huge amounts of money to the church or building a big cathedral for the church does not in any way remove the stain of the evil they have committed. So guys, let's not deceive ourselves. Our God is a fair judge who will, by way of karma or nemesis, find a way to pay each and every one for his or her evil deeds. So, aside the fact that the Bible said we should not be deceived, that whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap. It also said in another book that just as heaven is high above the earth, so are God's thoughts high above that of man. So they may go ahead deceiving themselves, but no one can deceive God. For life is fair. God is fair. His fairness is not bribable, incorrigible, inviolable. God's fairness is indisputable. It is not something that is within the reach of man to manipulate. So, whether consciously acknowledged or intentionally ignored, the scale of God's justice remains incorrigible. You may think you have won the battle today by reaping where you did not sow, but at the end of the day, you will realize that life always wins the war. So, whether you are there plotting how to take another woman's husband, or you are there plotting how to reap where you did not sow, or rob innocent people, or take public fund, if you take it today and escape the justice of man, the justice of life will definitely catch up with you tomorrow. It may rob you of peace. It may rob you of loved ones. It will in one way or the other balance out that which you think you have deceived life. So my people, let us never ever forget that the hand of divine justice is too long and too fast and too strong to allow any culprit escape its tentacles. Run fast as you can, manipulate however you can. This hand of divine law and order will definitely catch up with you, and you will pay every dime you have stolen from the purse of life. Either in your life, in the life of your loved ones, at the early stage of your life, or the later stage of your life. Today, guys, I pray may we all be separated from the sins of our fathers and mothers. Amen. Please, guys, let me hear your opinion in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Press the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. Happy Sunday, guys. Bye-bye.